What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jam Movies, and today we have the pleasure of discussing Robert Eggers' masterpiece, Nosferatu. So let's get right into it. So, we wanted to check this one out in theaters, I remember, but I think it came out around Christmas time. I guess it's not really the oddest movie to come out around that holiday season, but I expect a little more Christmas. And not that I wasn't in the horror mood, it's just schedule didn't work out and we didn't get to see it. But thank God we waited, actually, because it looks absolutely beautiful in 4K. But before we get into any of that, like always, let's go with that budget.
The movie itself was $50 million. Canada already almost doubled what it was made for. It was $96 million, and it grossed $180 million, which is not bad at all.
No, not at all. You kind of expect that. Like this takes me back to like the old style horror movies or like monster movies, we'll say, but it had that horror twist to it. Like there was a few scenes that I was quite startled, and that was thanks to the whole cast. Yeah. The director right down to the actors, and they used their budget very well. They got some top-notch actors. The places where they're shot, absolutely beautiful. Set pieces, everything was well done. And what do you think about how they spent that budget?
I think it was great. Robert Eggers directed and wrote the movie. He also took ideas off Henrik Gallen and Bram Stoker. But
that's another good one.
Yeah. He did amazing work on the movie, and he used the budget everywhere. There's big names that been into movies together, but like big names that did amazing work, like Willem Dafoe. But we'll get into more about the actors after. But
I actually can't wait to discuss the actors. But like you said, we'll stay on track here.
And just the locations they picked as well. That's where probably a lot of the budget went, but for what they made, $50 million, I thought it would have been more, like in the 80s, to be honest. But let's get into Robert Eggers. What do you think about his movie?
Oh, his style is absolutely beautiful. Again, too, like I had that old school. It really did. It felt like a Nosferatu movie. It was like that old school feeling to it. Everything was right down to a T. The way they spoke, the outfits they wore, and I really liked how he created that Nosferatu, that Count Orlik character, right? It was just I don't know, when I think of Dracula, when I think of any vampires or old school night, because not to get off topic, but the old one gave me the chills. It's a silent movie, and it's just he kind of managed to keep that intact as he filmed it, but obviously put a new spin on it, and just absolutely it's a masterpiece. Absolutely. Your thoughts on that?
I agree. Him being technically the only writer, he got ideas off the other writers, which was Henrik Gallen, and Bram Stoker, but they're both passed away. So it's just like remnants of ideas from their movies of what they did and stuff like that. So for him to direct it and write it and to pull off what he did, I thought he did a great job in movies like The Norseman. It was a little weird for me.
Yeah, that's for another day.
The Lighthouse was good, and The Witch. But let's get into the actors. There was Nicholas Hoult, which was Thomas Hutter. He did Reinfeld, The Menu, and a bunch of other movies. But let's. Do you want to talk about some of the actors?
Yeah, no. So Nicholas Holt's one of those actors that I always see him pop up in movies, and you don't really notice it's Nicholas Hoult because he's playing that character so well, right? Like when I heard that he was in this movie, automatically I thought of Renfield, but I also forgot that he was in X-Men, and he was in Mad Max, Fury Road, and in that character he played, you wouldn't even recognize him, right? Yeah. So, again, all-star cast, and Nicholas Hoult, he's a great actor, right? He fit the role perfectly. His dialect, everything was just, spot on. But the one character I really want to get into and mention, it was Bill Skarsgård. Because I remember hearing about this movie when it came out, and I thought, okay, he's definitely the perfect fit for the role. He's an awesome actor. But I actually had to go check on Internet Movie Database the day I watched the movie because I couldn't believe it was him. I was like, did I make a mistake? Did I mistake that for a different movie, or maybe he was in talks with it? I don't remember. But sure enough, there he was. Yeah. As Nosferatu himself, and what an amazing job he did. You know, he's now given us two iconic, like horror characters brought to life, and didn't play either one of them the same, and absolutely killed this. You know, very impressed. You have any thoughts on Bill?
I agree. When I didn't know he was in this movie, but after you telling me, because you watched it before me, I looked, and like you said, it was hard to tell that was him, but he did a great job in his role. And I didn't know he did Ryan Field too. I'm terrible with actors, but I thought he did like you said, great in both characters. It was completely different, but great. Even like Willem Dafoe, like how he's been in like such a wide genre of movies, but he kills like every movie he does, like the Antichrist and whatnot. But do you have any
Antichrist? That was a good choice of that one. Yeah. No, William Dafoe. I mean, he's just one of those actors that can pick up a script and you have on paper what you want from him, and he does it. Puts his own spin on it. He's an absolute top-notch actor, and anything that he's done that I can remember and that I've seen in it, all the way from his older work to his newer work, and he's not slowing down at all, right? No. I mean, even a few years back when he gave us the performance again as the Green Goblin, like that was, I thought, I mean, again, too, I'm more of a fan of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, but his portrayal as Green Goblin in No Way Home was phenomenal. So again, to see him in this, speaking the language that the way he pronounces dialogue and like that old English style language, and just absolutely phenomenal. But do you want to get into what favorite scene here?
Yeah. You want to take it off first, or?
Yeah, I know. I do actually. And the one scene that really like it kind of like sent the chill down your spine, made your hair stand up, was that part where Nicholas Hoult walks into where Nosferatu sleeps, when he's kind of like, it's right, I'd say about maybe a half hour in the movie, 40 minutes in the movie, and he's trying to figure out what's going on with this guy or whatever, and then he walks into that tomb, and out pops Nosferatu, and then the dogs as well. All that scene kind of made me jump, and then the adrenaline was rolling, right? It was pumping. So that was really good effect for that. And I kind of seen right there what kind of movie that I was going to be into from then on. Was like a slow building suspense, building fear, but kind of like skeptical about what's going on. I really enjoyed that. Your favorite scene?
It was actually the opening scene where she's getting her first vision, we're getting the first
awesome scene.
Yeah, I like the way they did it. It was like picture perfect. Everything was astounding. And then I thought too that it was going to be in a different language for most of the movie, and it was in Old English, but not a different language. And I enjoyed it like super super well. Like I believe that castle was probably in Romania. Romania has millions of not millions, but tons of castles. It was also actually shot in Toronto, Czech Republic. It's been
Toronto. I didn't. I heard about Romania and then Czech Republic, but Canada I had no idea. So that's pretty cool.
I don't know where they would have took it in Toronto, but cool nonetheless.Maybe some of the inside scenes. But I haven't watched many Dracula movies, but what would you say, would this be one of the top one contenders?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because again, dude, like if we're talking about vampire movies, I mean, there's so many different genres. Like one that I really enjoy is 30 Days of Night. That's always a classic for me. And then you got your Bram Stoker's Dracula. I can't even pronounce it properly ever, but that was good, minus the funny comedic role from Keanu Reeves. I guess he just couldn't quite figure out that role. Awesome actor. But just that role. But that was a really good movie. I like the take on that. And again, too, you can see where they pulled kind of like that flavor from Bram Stoker's Dracula and brought it to Nosferatu, but put his own spin on it. Was this a better made film? Absolutely. Yeah, this was, it was one of the top vampire movies for sure. I will say, but I can't say which. We'll put it in the top three. We'll say.
Yeah, I agree. That I haven't watched many, but I do agree top three. It should definitely be up there, but what did you think of the ending?
Ending was satisfying. Again, it's not a movie you really sit there and try to predict the ending. Again, too, it's just one of those slow burning, suspenseful movies that has the chills, and the ending just leads right up to what you suspect and don't suspect, if that makes sense. How did you feel about it?
I agree. I liked the ending. It was good. It was a nice end to like the movie itself. I did not expect it to end that way, to be honest with you. I don't want to spoil it too much.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like you're expecting it to go this way, and it kind of does, and then at the ending, it throws you off completely. It kind of just veers to the right. You know what I mean? So,
saying it veers to the right. What's his name? Sorry. Robert Eggers' movies does that a lot.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't mean to cut you off, but you bringing that up, like if the lighthouse, right? Like, I was not expecting that at all, right?
Yeah.
You just thought it was. I don't want to spoil this for people who haven't seen it, but you weren't expecting that to be more of like throw more of a horror element into a movie that's supposed to be horror but not, and you know what I mean. Yeah. But it was when I got talking about Lighthouse today. So,
but let's bring out the Jammeter then. What do you put it on?
I'm gonna have to go with 95, Johnny.
Yeah.
Masterpiece of a movie. There's really not. I mean, all I could really say to the people out there that haven't seen it is go see it, because it's a fantastic film. Even if you're not into horror movies, make this your first. Awesome movie, highly recommend it. 95. The only reason why I didn't give it 100 is because, again, too, I'm sure there's a better vampire movie out there that I enjoy, but I'd have to go back and revisit this one and the other ones. So, what's going on the Jammeter for you?
I would say 95 too. Same reason. I need to go back and watch a couple more vampire movies. To be fair, Blade would hit a soft spot for me there.
Yeah.
So like Nosferatu is like really, really outstanding movie compared to the Blade. Favoritism, I think I'd pick the Blade, but 95 is fitting. But I'm gonna go back now and watch a bunch of the movies to actually get my full out opinion for myself, because I'm actually curious now, because I really enjoyed this one.
What you don't have, if you take from me, right?
Exactly.
So, get on that. But that's all we have for you guys today on Nosferatu. We really enjoyed it, guys. If you have a chance, please check it out. If you have a chance, watch it on 4K. Absolutely stunning, with just the type of camera work that Robert Eggers brings to the table and his direction. So if you like this video, guys, as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow us on Reddit, Instagram, and thanks for jamming with us, guys.